Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm Amanda. Today I'm going to take you through a flow. You can make it as challenging or as easy as you'd like it with modifications. If you have a couple blocks, you can use them. If not, that's okay. And if you have a blanket, you can fold it over, roll it. We'll lay it lengthwise on the mat to start in supported Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. And I take the blanket, place it at my low back, and recline. Allow your body to settle into the pose. Gently close your eyes. Becoming aware of your body and the sensations that arise. Take a deep breath all the way down into your low belly. Fill all the way up and let it go. Deep breath into the low belly. Feel it rise. Deep breath out. One more time. If you have a blanket underneath you, you can gently begin to remove it. Bring the knees together. Remove the blanket. Hug your knees into your chest. Low back pressing into the mat. Release the hands down. Bring your shins parallel with the mat. Feet flexed. It's like you're sitting in a chair. You can bring your hands in close to your body, or the further apart will make it easier. And we're going to rotate our knees to the right. And before you get to the floor, 1 inch before you get to the floor, Come back up. Make an arc. Go to the left. 1 inch before you hit the floor, come back over to the right side, trying to keep both shoulders on the mat. Maybe you want to challenge yourself a little more, bring your hands closer into your body or even onto your heart center. As you come back through center, hug your knees in and reach for the outer edges of your feet. Take happy baby. If you're unable to grab your feet, that's okay. We might not be stretched out and warmed up enough, so you can grab onto the backs of your thighs. Hug the knees in. Lift your right arm overhead. Roll on to your right side. Take a couple breaths here. And gently press up to a seated position. Easy seat. Hands on your knees, palms down to ground yourself. Lengthen your spine and draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale as you press your chest forward, lift your chin and chest up for seated cow. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest, seated cat. Flow through these two movements on your own, following your own breath. And when you feel complete, come to neutral spine. Let's bring your center of your chest towards your right knee. And we'll make a big circle, sweep it around to the front. Left knee, back and around. And go the other way. When you come to center, crawl your arms out. Drop your head. With each exhale, see if you can relax a little bit more. Slowly walk your hands back and make your way to tabletop position. Stacking your hips directly over your knees and shoulders over wrists. Untuck the toes. Maybe tap the tops of your feet on the mat to wake them up. Yeah. Spread your fingers wide and root down through your hands, pressing your whole palm into the mat. Extend your right leg back, ball of your foot connected to the mat. Press your heel back, stretching your calf muscle. And while you do this, press the mat away so you're not dumping into your shoulders. Cross your right foot off the left side of the mat. Peek over your left shoulder back at that heel. Bring your foot back to center and roll onto the inside of the edge as we find supported side plank. You can kick your left foot off to the left more to get more support. Press down through the left hand, right arm rises up. You can look straight down at the mat, or for more of a challenge, look up at past your right fingertips. Bring your right fingertips to the front, arm parallel to the mat. And then we'll start to make big circles. And then rotate your arm the other direction. And release your arm down to the mat. Step back, high plank. Again, we're pressing the mat away from us. So just get a roundness between the shoulder blades. Lengthen your spine, heels pressed to the back wall. If this is too much and you need to bring your knees down to the mat, that's okay. Lower down to your belly. Untuck the toes, rest the forehead. Inhale, peel your chin and chest off the mat, cobra pose. Just a little baby cobra. It doesn't have to be anything big. Release your head down. Press back, tabletop. Now maybe your wrists need to get warmed up more, so let's flip your right wrist so the back of your hand rests on the mat. Now bring it back halfway, fingertips pointing towards your knee, and let's make big circles. Not putting too much pressure on that wrist. Good, flip it over, return it back, and let's do the left side. Flip the hand over, bring it back halfway. Make some circles. And return to tabletop. Left leg extends back, ball of the foot connects to the mat. Press the heel back. Cross your left foot off the right side of the mat. Peek over your right shoulder, lengthening your left side body. Return the foot back to center. We'll set up for supported side plank. Start to peel your left fingertips off the mat. Really pressing the mat away from you with your right hand. Look up. Again, for that extra support, you can kick your right foot off to the side of the mat. Begin to make big sweeping movements with your arm. And go the other way. Release the hand down, step back, high plank, lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, hips sink down and back. Let the wrist rest, flip your palms up. Flip the palms back over, crawl the fingers out as far as you can. Toes tuck, hips press up and back, downward facing dog. Maybe you need to pedal it out to get comfortable in your first down dog. So you can bend your right knee as you press your left heel towards the mat. Switch sides. Come to stillness. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. You're pressing through your whole palm. You can keep a small bend in the knees if you need to. Chest presses back towards the thighs. Look between your hands and slowly walk your feet to your hands, forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up, rise up. Urdhva. Reaching tall, looking past your fingertips. Exhale, swan dive down, let it go. Halfway lift to a flat back. Shoulder blades draw down your back, spine lengthens. Fold in. Inhale, circle, sweep up, Urdhva. Exhale, let it go. Lift halfway. Fold in. One more time. Circle sweep up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. This time, bend your knees, plant your hands, step your right foot back to a low lunge. Back foot is pressing towards the back wall. The knee is active, lifting up. If you're unable to reach the mat and you have some blocks, you can always use them. Wherever you're at, left foot steps back to meet the right, high plank. Bring your knees to the mat, scoop your chin and chest down, inhale, cobra. Exhale, release down. Press back, tabletop. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step or hop to the front of the mat. If you want to hop, you can bring your feet together, bend your knees, look between the hands, and hop. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Let it go. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, left foot back, low lunge. We're looking at the top of the mat. This is coming up onto our fingertips because our whole core is engaged. We're not just dumping into the leg and resting our body. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Lower to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Step or hop to the front. Halfway lift. Fold in. Urdhva Hastasana. Fold over, let it go. Halfway lift. Hands plant. Right foot back, low lunge. Left foot back, high plank. So you can choose to flow through the vinyasa that we did before to cobra, or maybe you're working on chaturanga. For that, we lower to a half push-up, elbows hugged in tight to the body, and then we shift forward, coming onto the tops of our feet. And as we do that, arching our chin and chest up, shoulder blades draw together, knees lifted off the mat for upward facing dog. On an exhale, roll over the tops of your feet as you lift your hips up high, coming down, dog. Big breath in. Let it go. Let's do that again. Big breath in. Let it go. Lift the heels. Step or hop to the front. Halfway lift. Fold in. Circle sweep up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Left foot back, low lunge. Right foot back, high plank. And again, here's how we go. Chaturanga Dandasana again. Lower halfway. We shift forward to the tops of our toes. Lift the chin and chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg rises up. Three-legged dog. Foot is flexed, toe pointing towards the mat. Let's curl it in, knee to nose, as you shift your shoulders over your wrist. Knee touches your nose. Send it back up, three-legged dog. Let's try that again. Shift forward, knee to nose. See if you can lift your shin up a little bit higher towards your body. Exhale, three-legged dog. Curl it in, knee to nose. Get that compression, lift the shin up, and then step or place your foot between your hands. Back foot rolls flat, 45 degrees. Root down and rise up, warrior one. You're pressing down through your right heel and the left edge of your foot. My right hip is pulling back and down to square my hips off. Lift your chest, look up. Left hand plants down on the mat. Right arm rises, easy twist. Right hand plants, step back, high plank. Hips shift up, downward facing dog. Three deep breaths here. Left leg rises, three-legged dog. Curl it in, knee to nose. Send that leg back up. Let's do that again. Knee to nose. Send it back up. One more time, knee to nose. Lift that shin up a little bit higher. You're up on the ball of your right foot. Now step or place your foot between your hands. Right foot rolls 45 degrees, rise up, warrior one. Cartwheel your right hand down. Plant it, left arm rises. Easy twist. Release your left hand down, step back, high plank. Press back, down dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend the knees, step or hop to the front. Fold in. Halfway lift. Fold back. Sweep your arms up. Chair pose. Sink your hips down and back. Weight shifts to your heels. See if you can get your arms in line with your ears. Stay here for 5 more breaths. Inhale, rise all the way up. Big stretch. Exhale, fold. Heel toe your feet to the edges of the mat. Little bend in the knees. Grab opposite elbows and take ragdoll. Release your arms. Heel toe your feet back together, hip distance. Plant your hands, step or hop back, high plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Or skip it, and we'll just meet in down dog. Right leg rises. Let's bend the knee and open up the hip. Right heel comes towards your bottom and try to send the knee up to the ceiling a little more. You could look between your hands to try and level your shoulders back out so you're not dumping into one wrist. Straighten the leg, three-legged dog. Step it between your hands. Back foot rolls flat 90 degrees and rise up, warrior two. So as I look down, my front heel is in line with the arch of my back foot. Knee is stacked over my ankle. I tighten my core by bringing my belly button to my spine, which gives me a little more lift. Drop my shoulders. Flip your right palm up, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Right elbow, right forearm to your thigh. Left fingertips extend forward. Pressing down into your thigh to create space between your shoulder and ear. So you want to be active. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Toes turn to the left side of the mat. Fold over, wide forward fold. Again, maybe your hands don't reach the floor. You can always take your block, place your hands on the block. Slowly walk your hands to frame your front foot. Come into a low lunge. Step back, high plank. Flow through your vinyasa. And get to down dog. Take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, lift your left leg. Bend the knee, open the hip. Square in your shoulders. Three-legged dog, straighten the leg. Step your foot between your hands. Warrior two. Maybe you look down at your front knee this time and notice if you can see your big toe. Your knee is dropping to the right side of the mat. If so, pull it back over towards the left so you can see that big toe. Proper alignment will help us avoid injuries. Flip your left palm, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh, right fingertips to the front of the room. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes to the right side of the mat. Place both your hands on your low back. Inhale, lift your chest and chin. Take a little back bend. And then on an exhale, fold forward. Maybe this time your peace fingers grab onto your big toes. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the elbows. Head draws towards the mat. Release your bind. Walk your hands to frame your foot. Low lunge. Step back, high plank. And this time lower to your belly. Rest your head. Bring your left forearm parallel with the front of your mat. You can lift your chest up a little for more of a back bend. Bend the right leg, reach back for your foot or your pant leg, anything you can get a hold of, and bring it towards the mat. Pressing down gently. If you feel any pain in your knee or any of the joints, back off. Or to avoid the pose altogether. And release everything back down to the mat. Rest your forehead. So right forearm parallel with the front of the mat, left leg bends, grab for the foot, pull it down towards the mat. And release and rest. To We'll reach back with both arms, bend the legs, grab onto the ankles or tops of the feet. If you can't get both, you can always do one side at a time again. We're going to move into bow pose. So on an inhale, lift everything up and kick into your hands. Release down. We're going to try that again. If you had just the one side, go ahead and do the other side now. Now reach back with both hands. Inhale, lift everything up. Bow pose. We're going to stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Last time. Inhale, lift up. And we're going to stay for 8, 7, 6. See if you can lift a little bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Press back, child's pose. Slowly walk your hands back, roll onto your hip, and bring your legs out in front. Feet flexed. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold over. So if your back rounds a lot like mine, maybe you look at your big toes before you fold all the way down. If your hands are back here, that's okay. Every exhale, try to fold a little bit more. Slowly walk your hands back. Bend your right knee and cross your foot over to the left side. Left arm comes out and wraps around your knee. Lift your chin or lift your chest and rotate towards the right. Look behind you. Release, take a small counter twist the other way. Drop the head. Straighten your legs. Bend your left knee, cross it over. Right arm comes out in front. Hug your knee. Lift your chest and twist to the left. Release the pose. Small counter twist. Bend both knees. Soles of your feet flat on the mat. We're going to set up for Navasana boat pose. So straighten your back. You can keep your hands on the mat behind you or bring them out in front. Again, you can make this pose as easy or as hard as you'd like. So we'll inhale, lift our legs up. If you need to keep that extra support, keep your arms down. If you're okay, extend your arms out in front, balancing on your sits bones. Looking at your big toes, see if you could straighten your legs a little bit more, keeping your back straight. Release the feet down to the mat, hug them in. Hug your knees. Let go. And we'll do boat pose 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. And drop the feet, hug it in. Last time. Inhale up, boat pose. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in. Slowly lower down onto your back. Bring your knees in. Send your heels up to the ceiling for legs up the wall. Or if you have a wall available, turn around and use it. Your knees into your chest. Squeeze them in. Open your arms to a T. Drop your knees to the right. Head turns to the left. Back through center. Drop your knees to the other side. Bring your knees back through center. Take happy baby. Bring the soles of your feet together. Squeeze them in towards your body. And release down to Shavasana. You still have your blanket handy. Cover yourself up. Palms up. Close your eyes. Soften your face. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breath in. And breath out. Begin to deepen your breath. Inviting small movements back to your body. When you're ready, roll on to your right side, keeping your eyes closed. And gently begin to make your way to a seated position. Eyes closed, palms pressed together at heart center. We breathe in together. We breathe out together. We'll close with the sound of one long Om. Breathe in for Om. Inhale your thumb knuckles to your third eye. And the light and love in me sees and honors the light and love in you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Let's bow together and say Namaste. Thank you.